What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. Hopefully this chair will stay where it's supposed to be. I got the camera, got everything set up here to do some work on my hood here. For those of you who may have seen some of the FF hoods I've made, FFF hoods I've made, is what they call them, I guess. Don't know what that stands for, but if you don't, put it down there. I was copying some of the ones I had. My buddy Alan Singer, he's got the Red Box XB. He came to me one day and we're sitting in the garage and he's going, I really want one of those hoods that does this. And I said, we can do that. He's like, really? I said, yeah, there's a hood out back. I'll go grab it and we'll cut the front end off of it and we'll make your front end. I think about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, we had it done. Well, I shouldn't say done. It was metal work done. We got that done. We sent it off to my buddy Felix's shop there at Toy Taro. He finished up the work on it, and you may have seen it. It's been in, I think it's in the XB calendar. It's been around quite a few of the XB pages if you're on the XB page. Sorry for you guys that aren't XB people. This one's a little more XB oriented. Anyway, this can be used on other cars as well. You just got to figure out the way to do, little subtle changes to make it work. I did it, the second one, Daniel, with the Triple XB, he came to me and said, no, I want one. So after I did Alan's, this was what, like a year or two later, I don't know, Alan, how long you've been in Dominican. Anyway, I did his, we made a few subtle changes on it, and it turned out even better. So then I sat down and I was like, you know what, I like those. I don't want to do what everybody has, so I'm going to change mine up a little bit. Whereas mine in here, where I made this curve, I'm going to bring it so the curve comes down so that it's just squint eye. Not that angry look. It's going to be... Anyway, so I came up with a completely different idea because I'm a cheap ass and I didn't want to go buy a hood because I did, use mine on Allen's. Anyway, I went out, got some nice flat stock. This is what, 2-3 inches. I went to a local store called Rural King. I went in there, picked it up, said this will work great. I think it was maybe like 12 bucks for this. And I did have, I think I had to get 2 pieces of it because it's just shy of one. I think it was like 12 bucks, something a piece. I don't remember offhand. You can get it at local, house supply stores. Menards is what we got here. How come I keep wanting to say AutoZone? That's not it. Home Depot, that's it. You can get it at Home Depot and go from there. You are going to need a welder. I'm using a 110 MIG. Perfect for this. I've gone ahead and done, like you said, most of this. I'm going to finish this up. I did have a piece here that if you watched my previous video, I did want to go back and fix. I had to watch it because as it's coming out, it's sticking out a little bit. I got this one out just a little bit too far. I was worried it was going to be an issue when I went to straighten it or when I go to put a grill on it or whatever. So I went ahead and I cut my line here where I had originally welded it to this piece, and I cut it here and I pushed it in to where I wanted it, and then I re-welded it. I didn't take video of that because I didn't want to tell you that I made a mistake. Oh wait, I just did. Anyway, this is the piece I got. We do have to shape it to the front of the hood. This has a nice curve to it. I got it really close right now. So what I did was, I'll put this up, and I'll check my curve. I'm a little bit here, but it's kind of hard to tell because I don't have that cut yet. So what I'm going to do is, and this is how I formed all of it, put it on my knee. Bend it just a little bit. Okay. I did come down here. This spot here was kind of flat spotting on me. I went and grabbed my hammer. I put it on the ground like this and got my curve. So now let's test this again. And it looks like I'm going to have to cut this thing. So let's put on our safety glasses. Let's grab the airline. Oh, extreme close-up. Grab my airline. And we're going to cut it on my line. And it's going to be a little long. Now I went ahead and notched it a little bit so I can bend it. There we go. Instead of sitting there forever. Now, as I put it up, I'm not too bad. I think this actually needs to be flat here on this edge. I'm going to put it down on the floor. Hammer it a little bit. Now I think what I'm going to end up doing is, it's a little hard to get that end. That's where my bend is that I need. So if I have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to weld it till I get to that point, and then if I have to, I can just notch it kind of like I did when I cut it, and I can push that a little bit more. Don't want to do that too much because it will give me a kink. I will be able to fix that when I do my filler on it, but you know, it depends. You know, we'll see how things go. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna switch over my 3-inch grinder. I clean off my edge here. Make that a little straight. I'm going to notch. I just want to get a little bit. Just want to knock off that edge there so it's a little shiny. Because sometimes when they ship this metal, it goes out on a truck and sits around the shop for a while, so you don't know how long it's been there. They usually put some oil on it, and that keeps it from rusting. So now, I'm going to set this up. And I can come over here. Grab my welding gloves. Take this thing off. I'm going to grab my metal shaving covered magnets. Put that there. That'll hold it. I will have to put a hand on it. I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to get everything set up. My welder is not pretty. We've gone through a lot of shit together, and you can laugh at my welding handle all they want, but it works. Get me out some wire. Now I'm going to put my hand on the back side. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Yeah, it helps. I can hold it there. Now, I'm going to line this up. I got my ground over there. It's a little high. Go ahead and break that off. grind that back off. Like, it was a little sticking out a little bit, kind of moved on me. All right, get back in here, shape here. Stupid chair. Okay. Let's throw my magnet back up here. Maybe I'll do that. It's always fun when you get in position with everything like that, and then you don't have your glove on or something. Somebody tell me it's not just me that does that. Anyway. That's a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and tack it in a couple spots. Now I'm going to come back here. I'm going to make sure that these are lined up. Oops. Fuego! This isn't quite where I want it. Now it's a little bit of fun here because obviously this is solid. This has got about 2 or 3 layers of metal in it, so you burn through it sometimes. It's a little bit of fun. But that's that. Now I can come back over here, and now I can turn this a little bit. I think I am going to lop it off because it's kind of starting to go down, which I don't want. So I think I ended up doing that on that side. So I'll just cut it here where it's getting to be too far out, and then I'll just take that piece and weld the rest of it on. So from now, I'll just sit here. I got to go back. I'm going to keep stitching this all the way up to my end here and then grind off my welds. Super simple. You do that all the way across. Make sure it's nice, and then you do your body work over the top of it. It's not all that hard. You just got to know how to use a welder. And you know, even if you're going to be a beginner welder on this, you can do it. Like I said, it does get a little fun here with this, especially since the fact that I've got the thinner metal on top. Usually if you flip this thing over and you weld it, you can get your thicker metal hotter and let it pool down into it. It's a little harder this way. You can flip it upside down and do it that way if you want. It makes it a little harder to fit it on the car though. So anyway, that's that, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do some welding, and I'll show you when I got it to the next level.